if you're only looking for people with the yachts and the planes, you are going to be disappointed to find out some of those people can be the most miserable people you'll ever meet. But you admire them because of the possessions they have. Oh, they have a chain. Oh, they have a big ring and you want a ring. Oh, they have a nice car that 9 out of 10 times is rented. But definitely check out Hey, it's Kellen, and today I'm going to do a segment. I'm going to kind of flip it, and I want to start highlighting certain authors. Some will be previous guests. Some will be people I know. Some will be people I want to know, and I want to do this just because I think a lot of times the difference between those who are winning and those who are is what you're reading and who you're around and what you're believing. So if I can share with you some positivity, if I can share some game with you on what to read, who to read. In these books, sometimes, things are going to be kind of hit and miss, right up your alley. Sometimes they'll be business. Sometimes they'll be just kind of, just basic stuff. But the first author, when we get to it, is Evelor Savior. She's been a guest on Diversified Game before, and she was a very just friendly person who I saw one of her videos on YouTube, and I said, I want to, know this person. We end up actually with one of my clients. She came and did some guest commentary and, really enjoyed herself. But she is a woman who has been through the ins and the outs of life. I mean, if you look at her books, you can hear how, even being an orphan, even, abuse of all sorts, it can make you cry. It doesn't have to stop you, and you don't have to let that eat you up. And I had told her after we talked, I said, hey, I'm moving to Florida. You and I are going to be friends because, a lot of folks I know from comments, they say, oh, this is a beautiful woman, this, that. And they're talking about, the external stuff that you can see, but inside she just has a kind spirit. So check out her book. She has 2 on Amazon alone, and she actually has more, but some of those, go through these first because those are like the hidden chapters that you'd have to hit her up personally. And, you are freaking amazing and powerful. It's just all, just kind of positivity. And, she talks about things, and I'm going to show you here. I wanted to kind of show you what that looks like. You'll go through, it's on Amazon. You'll see, all your copyright information. You can easily just in their cloud reader or on your Kindle, go through what this looks like. And I'm just doing this to kind of give a shine because, she talks about God. She talks about for her own healing, having to forgive and not dwell on that. Also, she has things in here for those of you who like crystals and just, different, different positivity. That is her thing. It's positivity. And I'll be honest, after you read these books, if you read all of her books, you will be like, wow, this is amazing that she can take that off. I don't know if that would be me. Everybody now as an adult can talk about abuse and can talk about certain things, but especially as, men, one, you can't talk about that stuff without somehow kind of be looking at weak at times. You see how Terry Crews, talked about his stuff, and you have others, and folks will try you, even though folks will say, no, it makes you stronger, this and that. But even, if it's not abuse, it's, if not physical abuse, mental abuse. If it's not mental abuse, it's something else. Everyone's been tried, and it's how you deal with it. But I have never been tried like this. This is talking about rape in a confused stage. I'm telling you, I had to stop reading the book at one point, one of the books, because I was like, It's like, where's the address to this person? Is this person free? Because I don't think, if you're a rapist, I don't think you should be living, but I definitely don't think you should be free. That's my opinion. And if you agree with it, you can say something in the comment, or you can just stick to yourself. But dealing with rape victims, male and female, the psychological thing that it does to your brain, or can do to your brain, I mean, you have to live with and you have to get over it. And you can say that about a lot of things, but to me, especially when it's, overpowering somebody, no. And so, and I know somebody will be out there, well, men get raped too, not in the numbers of women, and not in the same circumstance. We're not taking anything away, but this book, no matter what, tells you how you can do that and the stages of the healing, which you meet so many people in their adult life, no matter what their hurt was, they haven't healed from it. You have men on YouTube who can't even get it together relationship wise, but they're giving relationship advice. They're giving business advice. The relationship advice they're giving, it's like water with like a little dirt in it, because you can see they're hurt. You can see that somebody hurt them in middle school and high school and college. Someone broke their heart. Some of them, target a certain type of woman and say, oh, it's this woman, if it's a redhead, or if it's a black woman, or it's this woman, because they're hurt. And so that healing, I mean, you need to learn how to heal. And so many people will not go and get the professional help they need. So maybe you'll read about it in books like this and you can tap in. She also had a YouTube channel, and I want her to push her YouTube again. But she's also a musician and, does social media. That's her real job. She manages multiple accounts and has a team. But you can see her on Instagram right here. And, she's practicing her social distancing. We would want that that mask to be pulled just right up over the nose. But hey, we're not in the hospital right now. But yeah, she's, here posting and talking about different things, showing the different ways that she's healed. And she's out there. Like, she's not in your bubble. She's doing it her way. And I think that's the beautiful thing, if we're honest. So many people want to wait till they're, 50 to start living their life, or 60 or 70. No, she's living her life, and you can say what you want to say, but she's living. And I think that's something, like, she's living her best life. And I don't think, and she has pictures of like the airplanes and the yachts, but I don't think there's our picture of Diversified Game. I don't think that's what you dwell on when you look at somebody to follow to give you game. Because if you're only looking for people with the yachts and the planes, you are going to be disappointed to find out some of those people can be the most miserable people you'll ever meet. But you admire them because of the possessions they have. Oh, they have a chain. Oh, they have a big ring, and you want a ring. Oh, they have a nice car that 9 out of 10 times is rented. But definitely check out, all of her stuff. Don't just go to the Instagram and like. Support by, getting a book. If you type in her name, I'm going to give you a secret, and put in blurb, you might find one of the other hidden books. But check it out. You can also follow her here on Amazon. So when she comes out with something else and new, and these things aren't going to be the longest things always. Sometimes I'll go read by read, but honestly, her book is taxing on me because, again, when you're talking about abuse, talking about a rape, there is no, oh, I was drunk. There is no, she wanted it, And I remember full disclosure, there was a time I had to get into some serious stuff with someone just because they said they could watch something like that. I know if some of y'all are like, well, I was in the penitentiary and I had to hear that all the time. And, okay, whatever, troll. I'm talking about being free. And when people are doing this to children, when people are doing this to teenagers, it's just taxing. So I can't go word by word and line by line. And plus, I want you to read the book. There are times that I may do that, but I can't do it without my own emotional, thing. Just kind of thinking of all the kids that we've counseled, all the kids that mentored, and that it's that some of that stuff comes from that abuse. And and Evelor talks about, I mean, all of that. I mean, she had a real life, like, real goon. Don't let the pretty smile fool you. So, and that just shows you that you need to learn people from the inside out, because you guys who are trying to pick women just based on beauty fades. It better be inside and out, internal and external. So check out Evelor Savior, check out her books, and reach out. Very friendly person. But if you do reach out for a reason. Like, don't just, hey, how you doing? If you want to just say, hey, great book, just leave a comment or something. But don't need to DM people for just kind of basic stuff, unless you have some real business, because she can help you with your social media if that's your goal, and keep it pushing. So until next time, you guys got the recommendation.